Hey there, YouTubers. I was just trying to get some time pass without staying productive. By watching, rewatching some of my favorite Japanese televidoramas. Yeah, I can share with you the name of such drama. It's called Kodo Blue in Japanese. Yeah, so basically, after watching it, I've been gathering thoughts in the meantime. Therefore, I like to share, therefore I become wanting to share with you guys about how I think of, why certain things work well within certain boundaries of certain entities or systems, and why certain things just don't work so well as we expected, etc. So let's talk about nowadays. Let's talk about problems and issues I found quite confounding, yet not so surprising, about nowadays families and marriage, in particular. So since marriage is always it shall always remain the ultimate prerequisite for all family units, right? So pretty much you can't start a family without having to get yourself married, to someone, a heterosexual marriage, to be more precise. Sorry, I just paused the filming a little bit to see if this SIM card still works, because I have had some unpleasant experiences with operating this camera along with the SIM card. So I just paused, not exactly paused, but I halted the filming session to, just in case, to see if for this time the camera and both the camera and the memory card are functioning properly as they should. So back to the main question. I think for not just in the Western world, but so far as I can reckon, based on my own experiences and a multitude of occasions of thinking about life in solitude, I came to a conclusion that the problems within family units, within marriage, actually have a lot to do with the lack of legal boundaries on the delegations, allocations of responsibilities and obligations for each party involved, especially between a husband and a wife. In fact, I've roughly very briefly read through and looked through the family laws, legislations among different countries from varying continents throughout the world, and I have found out that no matter which country, their judicial systems, the family laws, or either they failed to specify the boundaries, the range, the specific range of responsibilities for each party who are involved in a marriage relationship. you know, nothing, pretty much nothing on those, you know, legislations or systems have stipulated that, hey, wife must do this, must do that to fulfill her legal responsibility or obligation as a wife, and on the other hand, husbands, husbands have plenty of responsibilities, such as, you know, paying you know, child support, not husbands must not cheat. Well, for certain countries like the States, Taiwan, and some other states or regions like like Taiwan, which pretty much has criminalized the act of you know, engaging in adulterous sexual relationships with people who are not your spouse. Yeah. But for the vast majority of other countries, you know, like Japan, China, Australia, you know, and so on and so forth, they just you know, did not specify, you know, how you know, how far is too far, and how close can become too close, you know, since, you know, I suppose the original intention of marriage, predetermined by God, aims to, you know, to bring a man and a woman in infinitely close union, you know, so that they become one flesh, right? They don't have to distinguish either one of themselves from one another, and that has pretty much become the very foundation, or the hatching ground for all those sort of problems, issues, even catastrophes you might find yourself getting stranded with after a certain duration of the marriage, and all those other you know, problems with your other family members, like, you know, grandpa, uncles, cousins, siblings, etc. So I think you know, as a result of such, I think nihilism has its place among Christianity, among the Bible. Now, nihilism does not run in complete contrary to the Bible, to what God has taught us about life, about how we should live our lives, so that we can, you know, so that we can please God. I don't think, you know, you have to completely disagree with nihilism in order to remain a Christian or a follower of Christ as a result. Yeah, so basically what we, you know, what do we do in this world, in this entity we call the argumentation, or the combination of both space and time, that does not actually hold any sort of meaning, though well, according to the Bible, God will judge each and every one of us by what we did, but not necessarily what we have experienced, right? So we don't have to, I imagine we don't have to, how should I put it, actually try to seek all wisdom, since those wisdom, they do not form or they do not constitute the prerequisite for us to either go to heaven or to hell, right? Which means we don't have to know everything about anything, right? We don't have to know everything about anything. Maybe for certain talented, for certain people who are gifted or talented, they might have already known pretty much everything about something or anything. Maybe, yeah. It's just my own opinion. So I highly suggest that you don't you don't take what I said here too seriously, and too academically rigorously, since I didn't study anything about theology back at uni. It all, it all came into shape based on my very own experiences. I think it's possible for someone to stay nihilistic and in the meantime remain a Christian, a follower of Christ. That's all. Yeah. I suppose so. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for watching and listening. I still have utterly no idea on how long my exile can continue, so I'm just gonna leave it be, just or let it be. Yeah, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Cheers.